Well, hey, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Blue Gamer Bluecast Morning Show. I'm your host, Adam Blue, 30 plus year video game enthusiast and industry analyst. And today, for September 30th, 2025, the end of the month, we'll go through what I've been playing. Actually, here's something. So, I have a new process in place for the last day of the month and the first day of the month. The last day of the month, we'll go through the highest rated games of the month. And this has to do with rating, not like the overtime as people play them, what they like more or not, just that. And then on the first day of the month, we'll go through what games are going to be coming out, because I'm really curious to reflect on what games did I play that came out that month. Did I agree with like the rating and stuff? And I was using ChatGPT to help pull that. And I was even using the deep research mode, and it was having a hard time. Like, I gave it the Metacritic website and it's like, trying to click into the URL, but can't figure out what to like. I'll show you guys actually before we get into the meat of the show. Oh, okay, well, it did something. So let me so you can see right here, it's like it has its own window where it's like step by step, like going through, how can I click on this? And it's like, okay, well, then you could do this sometimes where you just open a new chat and you're like, ChatGPT, this is what I need. You reword it, and then it's almost like you got a new person. But anyway, let's get back to the start of the show. Ultronomus, good to see you. Hope you've been having a good morning so far. Yesterday I did some playing. Let's look that up real quick. Wife and I still play more Split Fiction, and we keep getting further, yet it's 16 hours in and 2 achievements. It's weird. I feel like we're gonna be done soon. Like, there's times where she thought, "Oh, this must be the last boss," and I'm like, "Yeah, maybe. I don't know." And it just keeps going. I'm glad she likes to play it. I still don't think, other than it just being a way for two people to hang out and do some puzzles, this video game isn't anything substantial. Fun though. Fun that I got to play it with my wife. I guess that's the main thing. So hopefully we're gonna beat that soon and then move on to something else. Next, I played some Dragon's Crown. So it's on sale on the PlayStation Store for $4.99, and it's the same developer as Odin Sphere. And I had put 7 hours and 30 minutes recently into Odin Sphere. Odin Sphere is fun, but Dragon's Crown is fun too. They both play very similar. Dragon's Crown has more of a traditional beat 'em up feel. So, and yes, if you remember the art in Dragon's Crown, which is very funny because my wife was coming downstairs and I was on the pause screen. Let me see if I can Dragon's Crown pause screen. I don't know if they would even have that. Anyway, it's the Amazon woman just standing there with her boobs out and all that. And it was funny. My wife's reaction was like, what? But then more of just how extreme it is. And then it might be hard to see here how like her butt sticks out really funny. It's very exaggerated, and if you're very sensitive to skin, that might bother you. So it was kind of funny that my wife saw that and was laughing, thought it was ridiculous, and then made a joke about because we're both working out. It's like, oh, I'm not going to look like that. And I was like, yeah, don't worry. That's not what I was hoping for. Yeah, I guess there's like close. I mean, the art, it's just the art's so good. I love Vanillaware stuff. And what kind of got me to play it was that Devil's Blade shmup I was talking about weeks ago that I love. It's made by the artist of Vanillaware. So it's like, I love when there's an artist or artists that work together and there's like consistent things that might be different, but I could totally get into. Yeah, Devil's Blade, best game I played this year that didn't come out this year. Anyway, so I might be playing some more Dragon's Crown. I really like the traditional beat 'em up over Odin Sphere. Odin Sphere had a lot of look at the menu. Okay, which route do I take? And it's just that over and over and over. Anyway, What else? Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. I can't get enough of this game. I tried to play. I think I went one day, maybe Saturday, not playing, but I tried to play at least one uh Grand Prix. Did I get? Let's see. Did I get an achievement? Win against a rival team. Okay, so they do have a cool mode I played for my first time in Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, and it's almost like objective based racing, but in the racing you're on a team. And there's like this blue line that connects all your teammates so you know where they are. And when you bump into them, you get a boost. And it's made to be played multiplayer. The idea is play multiplayer so you can bump into each other to boost each other. But there'll be other little things that you have to do while you're playing, like making sure you're like one of them is you get points for how many times you punch them with the glove, the punching glove or whatever that is. There's also one where it has all the crazy items only. I didn't try that one. What was another one that I tried that I think it might have just been, yeah, I don't know. But anyway, by doing these, after you do a number of them, you unlock special vehicles for the game. So it is cool that Sonic Racing Cross Worlds does have a bit more, I guess, feel progression than Mario Kart World. Mario Kart World has the progression in the form of unlock characters, unlock their costumes. Which, by the way, I hadn't talked about this. They made an update where they added a checklist. I think that was one of the things I talked about more of as a positive, that this game isn't full of like checklists. It's more of just naturally, organically unlock stuff. But now they have an indicator for that. I haven't seen it yet though. But anyway, Sonic Cross Worlds is an open world, but it almost doesn't matter. Like the open world of Mario Kart wasn't as exciting as I thought, even though I like it. So Cross Worlds just being straight up, get into some racing, have some fun. It's a really good game. And, and I forgot, I'm pretty sure I talked about this yesterday where I've hurt my hand. I sprained my right hand. And it's so much better. I feel like it could be by this weekend, it's back to normal. I could play Sonic Racing with it. It's just because I'm using, let's see, trigger finger and then the middle finger really to hold, and then the thumb right here. So that's where I'm using the grip and not putting any pressure, because it's really just the palm on the side that I hurt. So, I kind of get away with it. And it was same with Dragon's Crown. Actually, I think I stopped Dragon's Crown because I was feeling it. See, Altronim is saying, I still think open world in a racing game is weird. It is. And you know what? I will say, I don't think they ever nailed it, because I played a lot of Forza Horizon and it was open world, but I felt like there's a difference between wanting just to cruise, the freedom of cruising, but then using that as the means to play the game, right? And actually, that's what Mario Kart World does, because you actually do the Grand Prix from the menu, but you could do free roam, just to free roam, unlock stuff. So I think they kind of got it, but it still feels disconnected. I don't know. Maybe that's something to think about later. And that was it for yesterday. Split Fiction, Dragon's Crown, Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. I honestly see this being the same for today. Beating Split Fiction, jumping some more into some more Dragon's Crown. Or, you know what? I don't know if I want to get ahead of myself, go to Odin Sphere and just beat the game with the other characters. I'm just glad I got this far at Odin Sphere. It's very repetitive. Okay. Let's see. There's some other things we could be doing. We might play a little game here in a second if my hand is okay for it, because it's an action game. Let's look at some news. So 51% of Japanese game makers use generative AI. The tech is primarily used to assist with visual assets, story generation, and support with programming. And I feel like that sentence is all we need to know, because you could even say 51%, a percentage of American IT consultants use generative AI. I would almost say that's nearly 100%. Like in my job, if I am not utilizing generative AI for iterations, for conceptualizations of things, I'm going to be behind. And it's really cool how much we're pushing that, because it's not like we're using AI to be like, oh, we'll just make something with AI and give it to the client. And it's the same thing here with the game development. It kind of helps you get to that next step quicker. things that might normally take a few weeks to code. Let's say you can have AI do that within a day. That way you can get to the next step. That way you can use AI to start generating concept art and be like, okay, what do I want to see from this? How would this work? And then once you get a lot of concepts, it's like, okay, let's hire our artist to actually then build that out. I really think not only is that happening, I bet that's happened more than we even know. It's just you don't really have to disclose this to people. If you use generative AI for conceptualization and then implementation was done traditionally, you don't have to say, "Oh, this was AI generated," even though the way you got there was through AI. So it's just going to allow us to quickly get to where we need. And it's just good to see this. I don't know. When I see this stuff, I'm like, good. We need to take advantage of tools that corporations or people with a lot more resources are utilizing in order to manage us. Okay, now we're getting into some weird. What does story generation even entail? I think story generation can help with let's say you have a basic story idea, and I've done this before. Sometimes it can add, like you could be like, okay, I want to have a story where this character is going through, or in it, just like a little moment of it, like where there's an interaction where the character has a struggle with this person, but this is going on. But I also want it to be where this happens, and then maybe like and then it will then have it generated maybe in a few paragraphs where it's more narrative, and then you can go in and be like, okay, yeah, that works. So we'll use this structure, but do it on our own. Again, it kind of helps you connect dots quicker so you can move on. And I would say even for someone like me, I was using AI to help when there's this one script I wrote that I really like. It's like a horror comedy action. It's really cool. And I was taking chunks of it and putting in AI to be like, can you help make this be more formal? I've talked to agencies that wouldn't represent me when it comes to script writing because my scripts don't have a formal um, uh, technical structure as what is recommended for scripts. It's like, well, my skill set isn't technical formatting of a script; it's storytelling. So it's weird how sometimes you might be up against a roadblock that is not it's not your skill set, but the AI can help you get past that to really show off your skill set. I don't know. I keep talking about that, but I'm trying not to talk about it too much. It's just I'm excited and I want people to be excited. Okay, this is a little disappointing. Terminator 2D No Fate delayed to November 26th, which I guess I don't mind. It's still coming out this year. I'm excited about this game. It was originally going to come out October 31st. It looks great. It has the pixel art I love. It's a 2D side-scrolling action game. My August was Shinobi and Ninja Gaiden, and I beat them both. And then, I'm playing like Odin Sphere and Dragon's Crown. So, side-scrolling pixel art games or hand-drawn, side-scrolling games, non-polygonal, polygonal, are my jam. So, can't wait for this release. Most likely, I'll just get it on Steam since I'll be able to. That's something else that's interesting that's going on. So, I am going to be moving my office to another part of the house. And it's come to my attention that this part of the house, I will only be on the other side of the wall, a couple feet away from my entertainment center with all the video game consoles. I think this will allow me to create some sort of contraption where I can have a capture card for feeding all the consoles, and then that single HDMI goes to the TV. So between my computer and my TV, I could be in the living room, play whatever console, need to record something, be in the office, have it feed through. Because what I've been doing since I've lived in this house is the living room's like behind me, like even across the entryway. And so sometimes I have the Xbox here, sometimes there. I was streaming the cloud Xbox recently, so really got off on a odd random tangent. Okay, let's look at this. No. See, there's some things AI is not good at, and this one seems like it would be very simple. So, anyway, biggest releases of September. I don't think this might not be accurate. And by biggest releases, I mean in terms of critic response. So we've got Hades 2 that has a 98, and Hades 2 just came out September 25th. Hades is straight up, the roguelike, and I had played the first a little bit. Actually, let me see how much is a little bit. It might have been because I played it on Switch. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. So that's kind of weird that it's not showing up. Okay, where was I? So Hades 2. It's one of those where I think it's just I don't know. I don't know why I don't like it as much as most people do. Hollow Knight Silksong, again, the same type of thing. Like, I've played the first, and not knocking it. It plays well, and it could be the art style that people like really a lot. But yeah, Hollow Knight Silksong is the number 2 of September. And then Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. I haven't played this, but it's one of those RPGs. I hear about it all the time. Borderlands 4. That's one for now I'm skipping just because Borderlands played it. Yeah. Okay, Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles. Ivalice. I forgot what they said. That one I could see myself playing. I was watching someone play it yesterday. I got an 88. Silent Hill F. This game I want to play really bad. I've been watching a lot of gameplay of it. And when I say this a lot, when I watch gameplay, a lot of that is more of during my work hours. Like as I'm working, I'll just have YouTube running. So that way that gives me a chance between stuff. I can like see gameplay, listen to podcasts. So I saw more Silent Hill F gameplay than I thought I would. And I really like it. I've talked about it here before. It looks like it's more of a combat game. Like every time I'm watching someone play, it's combat, and the combat looks pretty neat. It's kind of basic combat, but there's the dodge, the hit, the dodge. It looks really cool. Oh, you're excited about the Final Fantasy Tactics also? Yeah. Is it coming out on any of the consoles that you have? Wait a minute. Is it really just PS5 and PC for now, and the other? No, because I know it's on Switch too. Let's just look this up real quick. Yeah, Xbox right here. So again, you can't always trust AI. We got to call it out. Yeah, Switch 2. I feel like I would want to get this on the Switch 2, just because the graphics don't require, too much, and just if I was to play this on the go, it's so much easier. The one that I played the most was on Advance, Game Boy Advance, that one. So, okay. Yeah, Silent Hill F, Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. Is this a new release? I know this is an old game that's existed. Yes, September 17th, 2025. Is a single player survivor. Oh, that's why it says survivor on the end. So this is just a Vampire Survivors like $9. That doesn't mean it's bad. In fact, I feel like if you take a game developer that has made an amazing game already, and then you have them play within another genre, it could work. This, I am just so tired of this type of game. I feel bad. In fact, I would only play another game like this if it was like a Gundam game, because it would be for that reason. That's the only reason why I went back to Vampire Survivors was the Castlevania DLC last year. So very interesting. And then Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. This is the one I grabbed for sure. Love it. It's great. I think it's a mess too, and I think they know. I think it's visually inconsistent and insane, but I think it's like it has to be in order for it to be. It's the insane way that it is without. Again, weapons can be annoying, but they're not as annoying as Mario Kart World or Mario Kart in general. NBA game, and then Star Wars Outlaws. I think because it came out on Switch 2. Let's look at that again. What's interesting, and I want to double check this. Yeah, that was 3 weeks ago. There are people that are playing on Switch 2, and they say it runs amazingly, and that's actually pretty awesome. So So Hades 2 is the month's highest rated release. The Nintendo Switch version currently holds a Metascore of 98, making it one of the year's highest overall. Hollow Knight Silksong achieved a high critic score across all platforms, with the PS5 version scoring 92. Some entries such as Sonic Racing Crossworlds, NBA 2K6, and Star Wars Outlaws display only an overall Metacritic score because platform scores are either unavailable or still pending. Okay. And I get it. That with Star Wars Outlaws, that was really last year's game. It's just it got a Switch 2 release. NBA 2K6, it's the same thing all the time. But hey, I don't want to knock it. You could, it could be that it's good. And then there's the Sonic Racing Crossworld. So, yeah, man, September went by pretty quick, and I think it did because, again, my birthday month was August, and there was a lot of cool games that came out and that I played and I beat. In fact, let me look. If I was to look at Exophase real quick, and if we were just to skim, because what it will show is the last date that I might have played a certain game. So Lego Voyagers, my youngest and I were playing that. We need to get back to finishing that. Chrono Gear, Warden of Time. That's a fun one. Remember that came out of nowhere? Omen of Sorrow. I think that's an older game though. My Child Kid Chameleon. Oh, that's right. I was gonna do Kid Chameleon. Kirby and the Forgotten Land. I think that was one that I meant to put some more time in since I did actually. And that's interesting. I wonder if this time for Kirby is the new time playing on Switch 2. I don't know. What was another big Super Robot Wars was end of August, but I can see why I put a lot of time, 7 hours in September. Donkey Kong Bonanza playing the DLC, so I can. So, I beat Shinobi in September, even though it was an August release. I mean, there's so many. Oh yeah, Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. That's not even on there. I completely, forgot about that game. Which I think is good when I'm playing all these games and there's some that I'm just not thinking about or playing. It's like, oh, that means I'm finding fun in these other games. So, okay, and then so for tomorrow we'll look at the games that are coming out. All right, check this out. This is just an example of just something cool, I think, and what anyone could do. There's just this game called Empty World. Came out September 5th. No user reviews. It is $1. It's $1 for the game. Empty World offers an empty world to be in and the relaxing absence of input that comes with that. It is a minimal experience where you'll find only one thing at a time. See how many days you can survive. That's pretty neat, and it's only $1. It's like I should get it, but I think adding to cart, checking out, downloading for this, maybe later, because it's only $1, and it's just kind of cool to see. Because it's not like I think this person made this to be like, oh, here's my magnum opus video game. It's like, hey, let's experiment a little. And this idea of like a minimal game that's existed in some capacities, like when we're talking about Unpacking, that's a recent one, like my daughter was playing. Unpacking sort of has that minimalist feel in terms of even the UI, the graphics, the gameplay. But this is like 3D. It's interesting. Let's see. Is there anything else? No, let's then just go down actually the latest releases, because I think the big thing is this whole EA Electronic Arts deal, because it just so happened that news broke right before I started streaming yesterday. So really all the news right now, like when I was scrolling through the latest news, it's all takes on this EA thing. So I wonder if that is slowing down announcements or anything. Nintendo does establish a Singapore base of operations. I don't know if that has to do with manufacturing or anything. Let's kind of scroll through here. Yeah, you know what? I already saw this stuff here. Wait. I love when games have crazy names and it's like, what? Something's coming to PC in English. What is this? I like hack and slash. It does say action roguelike, but let's keep going. Hack and slash your way through the world of Utaware Romono. Never heard of it. Once again, experience the saga's climatic conclusion like never before. Fast-paced combat, slick animation, all new exclusive scenes. So is this maybe based on something? I don't know, like an anime. Okay, let's look at some gameplay. Huh, no gameplay. Normally they'll have a video near the back. Huh. Interesting. But this is to be announced. Oh, here we go. Here's some. And this looks like that other game, and it could be. No, it's a different developer. Was it a demo I was playing? There was like that samurai game, Samurai Fate, right? Do I still have that installed somewhere? Yeah. Fate Samurai Remnant demo. Oh. So, hey, JamKillX, good to see you. Tired? Yeah, I get it. I wonder if. Yeah, I guess just for the remaining time, I'll just real quick show you guys something else I've been playing, but I don't think we talked about it because I didn't have a show. And that is this Lollipop Chainsaw Remastered. I might have talked about it a little bit. And then it's like, was I actually playing it on stream or was I playing it on my own? I forget. I've heard of the IP forever, never consumed any of it. It started as a visual. Oh, okay. So it's kind of like in the same line of games. Okay. I don't know if you guys ever played Lollipop Chainsaw. It was originally co-created with James Gunn. Yeah, I could still my hand in a way. Like I feel like with I don't think I'm gonna play too much of this. So okay, I can't really go anywhere else. And it has a little bit of that jankiness to it, but it's like you can find the action and the combos within it, and it helps.
Oh my God.
Okay, here's the thing. I already did all this. Let me check something. Oh, but I have all my stuff, so I tell you, this doesn't look and run the best. But
Jeez, it sucks when things
it has some
explode.
pretty cool
I
action.
need to find Nick.
Yeah, look at that. And I mean, that's the thing. Like, even as I'm like playing it and seeing it, like how it feels, you know, a little low budget, but you know what? It is fun. Like this action and then the combos. Because I think I unlocked some more combos. Like a. Oh yeah, that's right. Because I have the. Oh, that lady just blew up. Like, that's how this game is. While it's playing, like, pop-punk music.
Be safe or be sorry. Hold it right there. You zombie jerks.
It's funny, it's the pom-poms and the chainsaw. Well. And then, yeah, there's a dodge, and then you can jump over, but it's, you know, it's not the best. Yeah, and it's weird because it's like A is a low sweep, Y is a high sweep, and then X is just your pom-pom. So.
Awesome. I'm still alive.
Played it back in the day. The lead singer of Mindless Self-Indulgent voices one of the bosses. Oh, and you know what? I don't even know that band. I'm gonna look that up.
Be careful.
This kind of makes me miss the time when games like this and No More Heroes came out. Just really silly, interesting. Yeah, I agree. There's like, you know, was it Platinum or, you know, because there was like Mad World on the Wii. Man, yeah, just these games that have a lot of style, but it's the combat system is what makes it stand out, you know. Not that makes it stand out. The combat system is what keeps you playing. Anyway, that's a quick look. So I guess what happened was, either I did or I didn't beat the level, but it still has all my progression. So, that's time. I have a lot I have to get done today, so I am gonna go to that. Thanks all for joining. I'll be back tomorrow with some more. And tomorrow, the goal for the show, since it's going to be the first, right? Let's go through the games that are supposed to release in October, and maybe even find what the Halloween game is going to be. Yeah, that's a good one. So, all right, I'm going to head out. All have a good one. We will talk later. See you.